गोपी जाना वाला गोपी जाना वाला Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
I have a bad throat either. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
I wanted to discuss Goswami's teachings, and so we have selected the verse, Canto 1, Chapter 9, Text 25.
Suto vacha Yudhishthirastad akarnya Shayanam Sharapanjaraye Aprichad vividhan dharman Vishinam chanushunvata. Translation. Suta Goswami said, Maharaja Yudhishthira, after hearing Bhishmadev speak in that appealing tone, asked him, in the presence of all the great rishis, about the essential principles of various religious duties. Translation. Purport. Bhishmadev, speaking in that appealing tone, convinced Maharaja Yudhishthira that he was very soon passing away. And Maharaja Yudhishthira was inspired by Lord Sri Krishna to ask him of the principles of religion. Lord Sri Krishna inspired Maharaja Yudhishthira to ask Bhishmadev in the presence of many great sages, indicating thereby that the Lord's devotee like Bhishmadev, although apparently living as a worldly man, is far superior to many great sages, even Vyasadeva. Another point is that Bhishmadev at that time was not only lying on a deathbed of arrows, but was greatly aggrieved because of that state. One should not have asked him any questions at that time, but Lord Sri Krishna wanted to prove that his pure devotees are always sound in body and mind by dint of spiritual enlightenment. And thus, in any circumstances, a devotee of the Lord is in perfect order to speak of the right way of life. Yudhishthira also preferred to solve his problematic questions by asking Bhishmadev rather than ask anyone else present there who was seemingly more learned than Bhishmadev. This is all due to the arrangement of the great wheel carrier, Lord Sri Krishna, who establishes the glories of his devotee. The Father likes to see the Son become more famous than himself. The Lord declares very emphatically that worship of his devotee is more valuable than the worship of the Lord himself.
beautiful deity. If you can't hear or understand what is being said, you raise your hand. So this is the first canto of the reading. Actually, Vishwadev gave 9 very important instructions. I wanted to just so Vishwadev, as you know, had received a benediction that he could choose his moment of departure. And after the battle of Kṛṣṇa was over, and Yudhishthira was following the king, Vishwadev thought, now it's time to depart. And he was lying on a bed of arrows. And Kṛṣṇa was personally present there, along with the other partner brothers and the living goddess. All I did this. Vishwadev had a great fortune of maintaining the Lord by living his body. So Vishwadev was very learned. So Prabhupada the purport says, someone may say, why should a person who is about to die be bothered by any question? And for Vishwadev, the Lord wanted to glorify his devotee. He wanted to show to the world that my devotee, even if seriously ill or something, still is sound in mind. We saw a similar parallel with Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada in his last days was very sick, very sick, but he did not stop preaching. He was dictating the Bhagavatam. He was so sick, he could not even sit down. So he just lying flat on the bed. So there was a devotee present there who would read the Sanskrit sloka and the commentaries of previous acharyas. And Prabhupada would then write the purport, even though he was in seemingly very difficult position. But he was always so calm, and he translated the Bhagavatam. So Vishwadev is going to give very valuable instruction. Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Lord, asked Yudhishthira to ask him a question. Someone may say, why is the Lord asking his devotee? The Lord knows everything. The Lord does this to glorify his devotee. This is the unique accommodation. The devotee is trying to serve the Lord is trying to serve the devotee. Similarly, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, you read that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Roy a series of a question. Who was Ramananda Roy? He was a governor of a very rich province of Madras, the last is known as Chennai. And he was a governor. And when he was leaving Jagannath Puri, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a staunch impersonate, was promoted as path of person. Clearly here in the back. Yes. No ego. So, Maharaja told the Lord, my dear Lord, if you're going to South India, you'll meet a devotee called Ramananda Roy. And they met at the bank of the river Gopāl. And they had a spiritual discussion, which the Lord asked questions, and Ramananda Roy. So, Krishna is telling you this. These are Vishwadev, what are the duties of individuals, and how should one lead a normal life. So Vishwadev gives 9 main points how one should live. There are 9 different principles that we should follow. You want to hear that?
Yes.
First is not to become angry. This is his advice. Do not become angry. Krishna says in the 18th chapter, lust, anger and greed are three highways leading you to hell. And then he will say, the Lord let another get angry. So the explanation is as follows. When we get angry, if the Lord or his devotees are blaspheming, but you don't get angry, you don't get your quota of respect or anything material. You know how many people become angry when people become angry when they don't get what they want. And they don't get what they want. They become angry and start to do this anger to be controlled. One common thing I hear from devotees everywhere is, Maharaj, I get angry very fast. It's still there. It was there before you became a devotee, and it is still there. So we have to become tolerant, not become angry. You must understand that Krishna is the controller. If you don't get your quota of sense enjoyment, then you don't become angry. So generally, anger should be avoided. But in the case of Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya advocated tolerance, and Nityananda here we see that the Lord became angry. When did he become angry? When he saw that Madai, who had hurt Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya told him, one day Lord Chaitanya called Haridas Nityananda and told him, go to every house in Navadip and preach for Bolo Krishna, Bolo Krishna, Bolo Krishna, Krishna, Bolo Krishna. It means stand the holy name of Krishna. That's the remedy for the day. Bolo Krishna, worship Krishna. And follow his teaching. So they did a man started working. House to house, you know. Many houses they went, they were received very warmly. Oh, sadhus have come to our house. How fortunate we are. They would say, what can we do for you? And they would say, Guru Krishna, Guru Krishna, Guru Krishna. This was the advice the Lord Chaitanya gave, told them to give to everyone. Some houses they went, they were not well received. People said, we'd like to come to your house. Lord Chaitanya did Harinam Kirtan in Śrīla's house for one full year. And only his very close devotees who would understand his ecstasy for his, and the rest were not allowed. So they became very angry. And so they criticized that they disturbed. They were thinking, we should convert the most foreign people of the city to Krishna consciousness. So they did an inquiry. Who are the most feared gangsters in the city? So everyone said, the two brothers were born in a Brahmin family. They were degraded. There's no sin that they have not done. And drunk all the time. So GKG App was thinking that if we would rescue these two people, then Lord Chaitanya's glory would be enhanced. So they approached these two drunkards. Said, Sir, please stop drinking, chant the holy name. And the two initially told them to go away. But they didn't go away, they persisted. They persisted, and finally, Maharaja got angry and threw a stone at him, brought it in the blood. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord. He knew what had happened. So he came there with his Sudarshan, ready to kill the person who threw the stone. And then the Lord was displaying his anger. He said, "My dear Lord, this is what you expect in this age." And he rendered Lord Chaitanya from having his sister. And then when I was very prepared to reflect him, when he saw Lord Chaitanya being angry, he was very repentant. So anger can be used when the glory of the Lord, or the temple of the Lord, or the preaching of the Lord is being curtailed. But don't become angry and somebody else doesn't do enough to say to you, or you will get what you want. The happiness and distress that we get is going to accord. Maharaj says, "My dear friend, you will work as hard as you want, but you won't get one drop more happiness than what is your destiny. So don't over-endeavor. People don't believe it. So anger should be avoided. Not to lie. Oh, what a director. That's what they said. Not to lie. And what is the situation today? We do nothing except lie. The principle today is not to lie. So the principle these days is not to speak the truth. So lying, cheating, that is the name of the game today. Unless you can lie and cheat, you don't do any business. So Bishop says not to lie. So these days, you see it just the opposite. Why do you have so many court cases? They said in India, there's so many court cases that when they take 36 years to clear the backlog. So, and why do you have so many court cases? People are lying. So the first lie is misinterpreting the scripture. Translating or explaining the scripture to justify your nonsense. At the beginning of life, with lie and presenting religion. And also not to lie and dealing, especially with devotees. You generally avoid lie. When the Bhagavad Gita Prabhupada says, you go to any businessman and if you tell him, the business salesman will tell you, "Sir, we make no profit." And we give it to you. Unless he makes a profit, Prabhupada says, why will he lie? Why will he do his business if he don't make a profit? So he says that is not lie. So a businessman says, we might make no profit, but he will make profit. So we avoid lying in dealing with each other. Once a teacher asked a student, find out who your father is. So she told all the students, find out, explain to me the identity of your father tomorrow. So one student asked his mother, Mother, I have to report to my teacher as to who my father is. The mother had loose character. She said, I really don't know who your father is. And the student, and he told this to the teacher. So Papa said we should be truthful. We should not lie. So lying up in the material world is common. But in the spiritual world, or with spiritualism, you should be honest and truthful. And even if somebody has a mistake or a simple prayer, you should avoid. You should speak the truth. If you've done something wrong, we should speak the truth. So another principle for a civilized human being is not to lie. And he says, to equally distribute wealth, to equally distribute wealth. You know, the communists are not so powerful. But one day, the communists are against the capitalists, isn't it? Because the capitalist principle is make as much money as you can by hook or crook. And the communist principle was, according to Lenin and Stalin, and the wealth should be equally distributed. And the former Soviet Union is a prime example. But in reality, even under communism, wealth was not distributed equally. Some influential people had everything, and the citizens had nothing. So no doubt, wealth should be equally distributed. But unfortunately in Kṛṣṇa, it's not the case. The rich are getting richer, and the poor are remaining poor or elevating to some degree. But the wealth is not distributed equally. 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐭𝐫𝐚𝐜𝐿 says, 𝐾𝐲 one should keep as much as he needs for his maintenance, not beyond that. If wealth is equally distributed, then what will we see? We'll see that everybody is happy. But in the present materialistic system, doesn't matter whether you have socialism or capitalism, wealth will not be distributed equally. And because some people have so much that is enough for the next 10 generations, they have so much wealth, and some is nothing. Is that right? If wealth is distributed equally, then there will be harmony in society. Now you have a society of have and have-nots. What do you do? Some people have too much, some people have too little. And that creates unbalanced society. So 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐭𝐫𝐚𝐜𝐿 says, keep as much as you need, not beyond that. So that is simple living, high thinking. Prabhupada used to say, we stand for simple living and high thinking. So think simple, and live simply, and think high. What does high thinking mean? You think about the goal of life. What am I here for? What is my goal? Asada Brahma Jigyasa. We should be inquiring into what is the goal of life. So the spiritual doctrine is simple living and high thinking, and the capital doctrine is the opposite. High living and simple thinking. They will live as high as they can. If they don't have enough money, they may borrow steel. I must live high. Many people live by juggling their credit cards. So, high living and simple thinking. Simple thinking means you're thinking like a cat and dog. Where something to eat, where's somebody to paint. So that happens in a society. The materialists believe high living, simple thinking and create all the pollution and do great things. Simple living, high thinking. If simple living, high thinking is the principle, then wealth can be equally distributed. So that's what they've said. Distribute wealth equally. Not that some people have too much, and some people have nothing. 4, to forgive. So forgiving is a necessary Vaishnava quality. We should have the mood of forgiveness. We should not have the mood of tit for tat. You know what is tit for tat? You did this, I'm going to do this. You give me 1 slap, I'm going to give you 2 slaps. You did this and they left it there. So, but here, with everything, learn forgiveness. Forgiveness means you forgive even those who try to harm you. For example, the Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana left nothing unturned. The principal goal was to deprive the Pandavas of their king, rightful right of ruling. And that led to the Kurukshetra war, which all of the Dhritarashtra's sons and grandsons died. If Yudhishthira wanted, he could have said, now the government's in our control. We're going to hang you. Is that what Yudhishthira said? No. He told his uncle, I'm very sorry that so many people died in the battle. And here is a big palace to live in. He gave him the best facility, but somebody was constantly trying to kill them. And he gave the full facility. And this Rashtra was thinking, at last, what ambition have been fulfilled. But then, who came? Who came to wake this Rashtra up? Vidura. Vidura came and said, you fool, you tried to kill these Pandava brothers, and you're living at his mercy. Then the Rashtra left home. But Yudhishthira's character, he did not say, you'll try to kill us, try to poison our food, you try to burn our house. They were living in a house made of that. And the conspired, and the house was set on fire. But the Pandavas escaped because they were given previous warning by Vidura. So Yudhishthira didn't say, you tried very hard to kill us, but here we put you in jail or hang you. He said he gave such facility. So a devotee should be forgiving. I've seen cases where somebody insulted Prabhupada in a lecture in a public school, and Prabhupada was still very merciful to the person who insulted him. Prabhupada was giving a lecture in a Christian school, Montreal. And usually would ask for questions after the lecture. So there was one Indian who used to come to meet Prabhupada often, and he told me that I've never seen a saint like Prabhupada. And so Prabhupada was insulted in a Christian school, which was full of missionaries and fathers and nuns. Why are you presenting this philosophy in this Christian country? It's not needed. Anyway, Prabhupada was so kind that when he was departing, he told me to call him. And Prabhupada blessed him before leaving. So a devotee is forgiving. Don't think that I'm going to definitely take revenge. Of course, the devotee is not foolish. There's some black horse come, or terrorists come. We have to defend ourselves. In India, you see our temples are very heavily protected. Like in the Delhi temple, they have 11 guards from the government, and our own police force of 40 guards. 40 guards, because they fear of terror attack. So I'm not saying that, but in our dealings with Vaishnavas, we do not take revenge. In the business world, if you borrow money from a bank and don't pay it, they won't give you money in future. So that's the material world. And in the spiritual world, we should be forgiving. If somebody has done some aparadh, he comes to you, please excuse me. We should say, no! I'm also going to strike back at you. So we should have the mood of forgiving. Even generally, we did try to divide society into friends and enemies. He is my friend, and he is my enemy. But Prahlad Maharaj was being trained, his father wanted to train Prahlad in dividing society into friend and enemy. He is my friend, he is my enemy. But I'm not interested in this, because everybody is my friend. I have no enemy. So a devotee must learn to forgive. So if someone comes and apologizes for his mistake, we should pardon it and forget it. Brahman Gopal, the Brahman, was very envious of Śrīla. So in front of Śrīla's house, he placed paraphernalia for worshipping Mother Durga, liquor, meat, etc. So Śrīla, when he opened the door in the morning, he said, oh, all this paraphernalia, meat, liquor. He said, friends, see, I was pretending as if I was a devotee of Krishna, but I'm a devotee of Durga. Nobody believed it. What happened to that offender? He got hit with leprosy. He went on suffering. Once he Lord Chaitanya was going to take his bath in the Ganga, and when the Brahman suffering from leprosy approached him, Lord said, you try to offend him, to defame him, you will have to take 1,000 of books and face punishment. So the Brahman went on suffering. And then who forgave him? Then Shiva gladly forgave that Brahman. So devotee is forgiving. To beget children only by one's legitimate wife. This is something very relevant today. Today the concept of begetting children only by one's legitimate wife is almost dead. You are living in a society where everything is crazy, is accepted as normal, especially in America, the land of so-called liberalism. So here Biswadev says, you must have a legitimate wife, and you can beget children only after marriage. But these days are so common that people don't get married. They have live-in. Live-in means you live together without marriage. And for the gay marriages and the etc., you name anything crazy, you find it in America. It's allowed. So, what before they say that if one wants to live with a woman, they should get married. Prabhupada very went to the West, and he saw all these couples living, and he told them all to get married, of course. So, before they were giving us very valuable instructions, and he specifically said, one should beget children own legitimate wife. So they must be the system of legal marriages, and men in the Grihastha live according to religious teachings. To be pure in mind and there's not enough light here. To be pure in mind and body. To be pure in mind and body. Now, how can we become pure in mind? Most people you ask will say, I'm pure, I'm sincere. My mind is pure. But that is illusion. They don't understand the meaning of purity. Like nobody understands the meaning of tapasya, even though it's a very easy word. So, how to become pure in mind and body? How? Question. How to become pure in body and mind? Washing the mind with the soap. And then it's like the dirty clothes become clean when you wash them. Become pure in mind and mind by executing devotional service. And the easiest process is chanting the name of the Lord. You're not going to do meditation, closing eyes and falling asleep, and thinking I'm working towards purity. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed his followers to write volumes of books. But he left behind only 8 verses, known as the Six Shastras. So in the very first verse, what did he say? One benefit of chanting the holy name of the Lord is it cleanses your mind, cleanses your body. We cleanse the body by inspiring, by you are using the senses in service to the Lord. So purify the mind, pure in mind and body. If you're pure in mind, then you will refrain from engaging in sinful activity. So this chanting of the holy name has several benefits. And one of the main benefits is clears the heart. What's the position of our heart? The position of our heart is heavily contaminated. Am I right? When we look clean, we may be wearing clean clothes, take a bath and clean the body, but that's not cleaning the mind. Cleaning the mind is required spiritual technique and understanding the name of the Lord. So one of the benefits of chanting is begin to bless your heart. We can all speak from our experience. Before we came to Krishna consciousness, most of the people were engaged in nonsense activities or completely impure activities. Then after beginning the chanting process, after reading the books, after associating with devotees, what do we see? We see our anarthas are weakening. And if it's not weakening, then you should get concerned. Just like if you have high temperature and your temperature is not coming down, then you feel very concerned, isn't it? So similarly as devotees, if our material temperature is not coming down, we should get alarmed. There's nothing wrong with the medicine. The problem is the patient. It's not the medicine that lacks anything. The holy name is complete. For the patient, either chanting attentively or committing too many offenses, always criticizing Vaishnavas, and that results in impurity, another thing increasing. So, Your body and mind, the different senses, they should be employed to serve the Lord. You have legs, use your legs to drive the Lord. If you do business, you make money, not with the intention, I'm going to live high now, but with the intention, you can serve the Lord with this. So, we should just attempt in our Kṛṣṇa movement to become pure is with the medium of emotional service. Emotional service purifies the mind. Sometimes you see cases where people don't chant Hare Krishna. You just come and do washing pots in the temple. There's a devotee in the Montreal temple. He lives in the city for the last 35 years. He comes every day to clean the pots of the temple. So by doing service, it may be very ordinary. Sweeping the floor. But if you go on service, then you come into devotee association and eventually begin to chant. So we have to purify our body and mind. And the only way out is to chant and engage the senses in service to the Lord. If you engage the senses in service to the Lord, that will result in purifying the mind and body. Then, don't be inimical towards anyone. Inimical means, you know what I mean? Unfriendly. A Vaishnava should not be inimical to anyone. Don't hate anyone. Don't think, this man is my permanent enemy. This man tries to give me this. I'm going to retaliate. Don't be inimical to everyone. That in other language means, be friendly to everyone. Everyone. Whether it's your critic or your friend or what. Don't be inimical towards anyone. Be friendly towards anyone. Lord Kapila was asked by his mother, please describe to me what are the qualities of a sadhu. And then he spoke this famous verse, which is, He's a friend of everyone. So, he's a friend of everyone. So, he said, don't be inimical to anyone. Actually, when there's a situation where you're very angry at somebody, then you begin to think ill of him. And then you engage it when you think negatively about anybody, you're the loser. The mind is getting absorbed in undesirable activity. So, be friendly to everyone. And what is the duty of a real friend? What's the duty of a real friend? Vaishnava Thakur says, I am your real friend. And I have brought a medicine to cure you. And what is that medicine? It's holy. So, as you advance spiritually, you don't consider anyone to be your enemy, but he's your best friend. Even your critics, we consider them our friends. Sometimes in the early days, there were many court cases. Brahma said, people say, look at this crazy Hare Krishna. In fact, Hare Krishna is mentioned, he gets spiritual benefit. So our goal should be friendly to everyone. And this may not be possible immediately, but that's the goal that we should work for. We should develop our character in such a way that you have a friendly attitude towards everyone. Some light. be simple and taking care of subordinates. So we didn't discuss this point. The devotee likes to live simply. Simple living. Simple living, if everybody was engaged in simple living, then you would see harmony in society. But one development, one of the security, everyone has a security guard. Why? Because they're scared something undevelopment. So a devotee should be simple in living, simple lifestyle, and take care of subordinates. So if you have people who are dependent on you, if you have people who are subordinate, take care of them. We see that everyone is very concerned about the welfare of dogs and cats. If you have your dog, you take care of him very nicely. These dogs must have done good karma to get good bosses. Like we were discussing this morning, those who get pets and dogs, they consider us subordinates. But the other dogs and cats can go well. And the cow, no one thinks that mother cow should be protected. Mother cow gives you milk that sustains you. But when the cow is not productive, you go to the slaughterhouse. So, and for cows we don't care. But for our own pets we care. So those dogs and cats that are their masters who care. And I was told that you can buy dog insurance, medical insurance for your dog. Someone told me that it's taking care of a human being. Taking care of a dog is more expensive than taking care of a human being. They have insurance. They're busy working morning to night. So you have dog walkers. we were on a walk in Toronto and we saw one lady taking one dog out, two dogs out, and she took out 12 dogs. So we asked her, she said, yeah, she's a dog walker and making the dogs to the park. So if we have pets, we really do anything for them. But beyond that, we don't care. When we're not our pet, we don't care. But our devotee should should take care of all our subordinates. Right. So, most subordinate, again, it says to be simple. So these teachings are very valuable, and these characteristics or qualities we develop. I discuss it because these 9 principles are, you heard them before, but it's they emphasize these 9 principles should be practiced in a civilized society. So we should endeavor to develop these qualities. So in the 9 principles, to take care of subordinates. This is got repeated in two different characteristics. So taking care of subordinates, a master must take care of those who are serving him. In Ram Rajya, even today people remember Ram Rajya. Why? Because at that time there was complete harmony in society. And there was no disease, no death. And Lord Ram would disguise himself and go from house to house to find out if people have any grievances, if they have any problems. So, and every citizen was taken care. Prabhupada says that the government's duty is to see that everybody has employment, everyone has money to himself. So, to be kind to subordinates, to look after subordinates. So, government is in power. With them, every citizen is subordinate. So, we should take care of subordinates. But the government's detail don't really care. The employers don't care for the employees. So, that is the situation today. But the king must see, or a king, or a president or prime minister, the head of a state, must make sure that all the necessities of life are provided to the citizens. That is the duty according to Vedic scriptures also. These days everybody wants to become a Raja, or becoming a Rishi. In the olden days, you read in the Bhagavatam, the Rajas were also Raj Rishis. The head of state must have qualities, and the head of state doesn't have these spiritual qualities, then if the government just extracts taxes from the people and doesn't provide them the necessities of life, then after death, the individual is, what you hear, is scary. They squeeze from a machine, like you squeeze a sugar cane to extract juice. So the laws of nature are very, very strict. So if a king is thinking, I must take care of all my subordinates, then it's a different thing. But these days, we think that nobody is actually making sacrifices to see that it come true. So, that's why they've been giving us information on what qualities we should develop. After all, I was told Bhisma, Lord only this to please ask Bhisma how people should live in society. And Bhisma given through these 9 points suggestion how a civilized society should operate. Would it be ideal if we had these 9 principles in practice? Then there would be no wars, no tension. Today society is so corrupt. The fastest growing industry is the armament industry. Countries don't have money for food, they have to buy arms. And why do they need these arms? Because everybody wants more. The rich nations exploit the poor nations. And differences are getting wider and wider. Like there's a war going on between two countries. One country was anxious to have a broader territory. The Russian-Ukraine war He just wasn't. So all the wars and killings, terrorism is such a major force, all there because society did not give people spiritual education. And in the absence of spiritual guidance, he do all nonsense activities. So, these teachings of Vishwadev are very relevant, and at least as devotees, we should try to develop these qualities that will help us in our spiritual progress. Hare Krishna. Could you hear in the back? My source is a little soft today. Okay. Any questions?
So how do we stop discriminating that this is my friend, this is my enemy? How do we stop that?
Discriminating between?
Friend and enemy.
Friend and enemy.
You don't consider anybody to be your enemy. Even if he criticizes you, don't consider him an enemy. But of course, if somebody breaks into your house, you have to retaliate by calling the police. But generally, don't consider anybody to be your enemy. Yes.
You're talking about the preaching. How should we be more tolerant by preaching?
Should we?
More tolerant, like sometimes we get agitated, disturbed.
Sometimes when you go on some kirtan, someone may criticize you. Why are you selling these books? Like we get criticized in India also. Some people say, why do you devotees go on the streets? Why do they go on red lights? So our answer is that the devotee looks for every opportunity to engage everyone in devotional service. So we've come to you with Bhagavad Gita in our hands. You don't have the time to go to a shop or temple. So the point is, when you're preaching, some will support you, some will not. Some will oppose you. Some may even try to get you completely restricted. But we have to keep endeavoring. So, your question is?
I think you answered the question. Thank you.
Yes. Mother had asked. Yeah.
What does it mean to be pure in mind?
Pure in mind means the mind is thinking of Kṛṣṇa, either his instructions, or his Śrīla, or his teachings, or the glories of his holiness. Your mind is thinking of some spiritual topic. Otherwise the mind continues to think about material topics. Krishna says in the Gita, make friends with the mind. Make friends with the mind, not an enemy. So friends means the mind is now thinking based on Krishna's instruction. And the mind is just contemplating material subject matter, and the mind is considered to be your enemy. And Krishna says, the decision is the heart. Mind can be your friend, or it can continue to be your enemy. More questions?
Maharaj, how does a devotee remain peaceful even in so much tribulation like Bhishma Deva?
It was like when I met him. and he was completely sound in mind and how do I don't think we can match with Madhava's austerity. But I also don't think you'll have to sleep on a bit of sharp act. But what is question is how do you remain?
How does a devotee remain peaceful in trouble, in tribulation?
Well, if a devotee thing. Actually, I should have got a punishment 1,000 times more. But Krishna is so kind. He's given us the only one punishment. Why did Krishna do this to me? Why do bad things happen to good people? One should not think, now I become a devotee, everything I touch will become gold. Every decision of my ISKCON came to me and said, I'm initiated, why did my business go at a loss? So we don't come to a devotional service with the idea that everything I turn will turn to gold. So, do you have problems in life to be there? And we have experience. You conquer one disease, disease develops. Can never tell. Many devotees, people's ambition was, only if I can get to America, my head will be like living in heaven. So when they come to the heaven, so-called heaven, they find that the problem is still there. With the border with the topmost planet, one place is misery. So a devotee, if he has to go through suffering, what does he say? My Lord is so kind, he has minimized his suffering. Queen Kunti in her prayer says, my dear Lord, please increase my calamities. Now, does anyone ever say that? In that famous prayer, Om Jai Jagadish Jai, we don't sing in our temple. The devotee is constantly praying. I may not have any suffering, I may not have that. But a devotee in difficult situation, as Kunti Maharaja says, please increase my calamities, because the more calamities I have, the faster will I get freedom from both. We don't intentionally invite trouble, but if some disease comes or something, we don't get disturbed either. People say, if that's Krishna's will, Krishna's will is then we all be peaceful, becoming a devotee. Yes.
The following 4 regulative principles, would that help purify the mind, the body or not?
Yes, if it is accompanied by chanting of the holy name. If the chanting is accompanied, austerity without the holy name will not be austerity. It's just like somebody makes you stand with his legs up. Or like people do mourn breath in India. I'm not speaking in Tuesday about one. But if they are not chanting, the Prabhupada says the real mourn breath for devotee is finish chanting. So your question is?
No, you said earlier that to purify the mind, chanting, which is pretty simple explanation, but engaging all your senses in the service of Krishna will purify the body.
Yes, provided we are also chanting. If we one person will say, many people will say, I do no harm, I don't harm anybody. Even if they drive a car, you're killing somebody anything. So even though we don't want to harm, we are harming. Therefore it is said, unless you take to the devotional path, you cannot really become peaceful. Yeah. Yes.
Guru Maharaja, in the Krishna consciousness we have so many services, like worshipping the deity, distributing books, reading more, chanting more, and especially for those of us who are working, we only have like 3 or 4 hours in the day left after we work. So oftentimes there's a confusion which one to do. Should I do more needy worship? Should I do more book distribution? Should I do more chanting? So how do we understand what we should do on a day-to-day basis? Increase. What should we increase more?
Well, within 24 hours, frankly, there's enough time for even doing a job for 8 hours a day, and enough time for spiritual activity and material activity, taking care of the body. It's just a question of time management. And if you can't, but whatever you do, you won't compromise on the chanting and sadhana. That's imperative. Yeah.
Actually, my question was connected to his question, so it got answered.
Yeah.
Is there a way, as a householder having a job, what's the fastest way to remember that I have to cultivate these 9 qualities and to actually cultivate them?
Well, you just have to make up your mind. You just have to be determined. Determination is a must for any activity in the world. Like even in the material world, students who study hard secure good marks. And so similarly, we have to desire spiritual progress. Once you have the 9 qualities, you're also endeavoring for spiritual. You're practicing bhakti yoga, then it will be easier to develop these qualities. In the absence of bhakti yoga, you can't develop these qualities. Bhakti yoga executed in the association of devotees makes it possible. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Maharaj, you mentioned about forgiveness. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna instructed Arjuna to rise up and fight. So, what is the thin line between forgiveness and like Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita for Arjuna to rise up and fight against and kill all?
There is no comparison of the two. Forgiveness means someone has done something wrong, and you're going to think that you should also do it when you forgive. Krishna was telling Arjuna in the Gita, fight because this is your duty and it's fair to fight. Pretty devil, fight with your mind and intelligence dedicated to me. forgiving is that this is not in any way connected to forgiveness. For forgiveness means you don't do tit for tat. The person who is forgiven should not think. I'll keep repeating it once, twice, thrice, for someone keeps on offending. Yes. Yes, in the back.
I have the same question on forgiveness. That how should one look at the situation when you get offended? To really forget and forget immediately instead of keep thinking about it and reacting on it. How should one look at the situation?
If you're offended,
Yeah, if you feel offended.
well, tolerate it. Well, it depends on in which way. We're offended, why? If you think he's completely wrong, still a good thing. If you think that something is completely wrong. If somebody's trying to harm you, and then apologizes, then you can forgive it. But if somebody's trying to harm you, and doesn't apologize, then that's a difference. If somebody is coming to steal, or if somebody steals from your house, then you turn him over to the police. But it depends how one offends you. Every case is different, but in general, we should have a forgiving nature. Especially dealing with Vaishnava. In the material world, I'm not going to the police department. You have to forgive the criminal. But anything in Vaishnava dealing, I think these qualities are all in relationship to dealing among devotees. Am I right, everyone? In material world, we tell the government to follow these acts. Some principles the government can follow, but in the present environment, if the government says everyone lives simply, no one can have more than a 2-room apartment. No one will follow. Yes. We'll take 2 more questions and stop.
This is in the context of the current verse what we read. Love. We understood that Krishna inspired Yudhishthira to ask the question to Bhishma to prove how pure devotees would be, right? Like in the
Devotees always have in mind and more.
Right. What I was trying to understand is because of some sin, Yudhishthira ended in that situation on deathbed, right? What's going on in his mind, like when he's answering this 9 principles? What's going on in Bhishma Dev's mind when he responded to Yudhishthira with this 9 principles? Like, was he having regret? Because he's a great sage, a beyond sage. He followed 9 principles and he's explaining the 9 principles, but in the deathbed. So, like, what was going on in Bhishma Dev?
Bhishma Dev in his mind was always thinking how to please his master, Krishna. Bhishma Dev was a pure devotee. His mind was always thinking of Krishna. But Bhishma Dev knew that the last side is wrong. He had made a wrong decision. The Pandavas were so renounced. They said, okay, you don't want to give us the whole territory, just give us 5 villages. for each brother, because they were Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas are administrators. But then the ruler said, I'm only going to give you enough space to penetrate the needle, forget the whole village. Last question.
Guru Maharaj, the bona fide Guru not different from Krishna, and same time like serving, same time when you desire to serve to Guru, and same time you also same time devotee need help, same time. So which one first priority to serve, Guru or devotee? Bona fide Guru not different from Krishna. So desire to serving to Guru and
Guru is definitely different from Krishna. Guru is servant of Krishna. He is not equal to Krishna.
So when he is serving Guru and same time also devotee need help. So which one first priority to help, Guru or devotee?
Depends what the devotee wants help for. Thank you. Sorry, I had my words or problems. Would you all understand in the back? Thank you.